I can record. Okay, perfect.
Oh,
Yay.
awesome.
Thank you.
Lila, yeah, thank you. Maya, thank you so much for coming on camera. Joy, I know you're traveling a little bit too, but if you pop on, we'd love to see your face just to say
Hi.
hi. Oh, there's Lila. Hi,
Hope you feel
beautiful.
better with your voice.
I can talk only like this. Oh.
Oh no. Well,
You're
if yeah.
healing.
You know what
Hug
helps with
and
the voice like that when you lose it? Thyme oil. Thyme with honey. I got
honey.
it one time. I had to like speak in front of people and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm losing my voice." And somebody was like, "Take the thyme." And I was like, "Okay." And that worked. So,
Amazing. Amazing. I
yeah,
love
that's
that.
great.
I love that. Well,
Well,
beautiful. Well, I'll keep my eyes on the participants and people coming in, and I'll go ahead and get started and introduce you to my beautiful sister-in-law, Tatiana. Tatiana has been a doTERRA rock star for the last several years. She joined doTERRA in 2020 when she was thinking about transitioning from her corporate job with Procter and Gamble. And she didn't ever think that she would be into network marketing or direct sales, had no idea what was about to unfold in her life and the amount of people and women that she would be able to support and bless. However, this opportunity came and it just opened up so much over the last 5 years. And she's been lovingly nudging me for the last 5 years to come and join the team and really jump in. And finally, in last year in 2024, my brother quit his full-time job to go into doTERRA full-time with Tatiana. And this was so inspiring to me that we were all going to be on the same page and co-create together. And so that's what we have been up to over the last year. So Tatiana is going to share with us more about her journey and then also how does the business work? From being able to pay for our products all the way to being able to be a presidential diamond that's making really amazing revenue every single month and really creating a legacy. So thank you so much. And let's go ahead and welcome Tatiana. Thank you so much for being here
hi.
and sharing
Hi,
this.
everybody. I'm so excited to be here today. Alyssa, would you mind allowing me to share the slides while I'm introducing
Absolutely.
myself? So, yes, it's been quite an interesting journey. I would only tell you that I have never thought that I would be like a part of network marketing at all. I was a corporate queen. I was like in the corporate ladder for the last like what, how many years I did there? 11 years I was in the corporate world. I even got transferred from Russia to United States as a top talent within corporate. So I was like a really, really corporate person. And I was even trying to get Alyssa to go work for corporate. And she was like, nah, that's not for me. And when the network marketing idea kind of came along, I like rejected it. I was like, how low can I fall to join this stuff? Like, this is not for me. I went to get my degrees. I did all this stuff. Why do I do this direct sales? This is not a thing. It's just because society has trained me to think that corporate is cool. And actually, I didn't even know another side of it. And so that was 2020 when I changed everything. Like everything kind of shifted for me. And we have three kids right now. I just had a third month, like she's third month's little baby, Sophia Rose, and I have two older boys, 10 and 7. So when my boys were a little younger, it was 5 years ago in 2020. I got tired of working from home during the pandemic time, and I also felt like I'm kind of working, but I'm not present. And I'm kind of like my time and my energy is owned by company, and I really don't have a lot of like, honestly, that freedom of living as a human, enjoying your family. And yet, I did make really good income. But when you do make good income and you don't have that time freedom, you almost feel like they owe you, you know? Like they basically own you and like in every single way possible. And so then I was like, how can I bring myself as a mom back home to my kids? That was like the big idea in my heart. I was like, I really want to do this. I really want to have another child, but I can't see myself having another child with a corporate environment. I would be like a hamster in a hamster wheel. And yet I can maybe become vice president or whatever next letter thing is. Would I be happy? And yes, maybe they'll raise my salary, but would that be a significant raise? Because I mean, what corporate? Yes, it was They pay you in the beginning and then they pay you later, but it's just not like it's not the jump that you can actually do. So then I got enrolled into doTERRA as a customer. And I had those oils in my house for quite a while, for half a year. And I rejected the idea of network marketing, honestly. Alyssa even came along one time. She's like, "Oh, all those oils." And I was like, "Yeah, whatever. I don't think that that's a part of it." I just didn't believe in the business opportunity like that at all. I didn't understand how it is. But not understanding what it is doesn't mean that it's not real. Okay? And so this is what I made myself, like remove all the judgment and go learn it. Because you have this dream of like getting back to your kids, then you have this opportunity in front of you. What else do you have? I launched my own company. In fact, Nature Hype Network, I launched a marketing agency at that moment. Now it's my LLC under doTERRA, but I launched the agency. I was serving all those clients. I was doing all this stuff. I was like making my own money by myself. And yet I still didn't feel freedom because I was working for those clients who are super needy, super demanding, very picky all the time. And I felt like it's corporate in my house now. So then doTERRA was still there. It was still in my house. I still didn't take a chance to do anything about it. And then suddenly somebody told me, you're like, hey, you're a pretty cool person, like you can be a diamond at doTERRA. Somebody just told me this and I was like, what is diamond, what is it anyway? So I opened up a big book like doTERRA, not a big book, actually it's pretty skinny, but a big page with a lot of numbers, and I'm going to show you some of this stuff today. And then I saw diamond and I saw like blue diamond and I saw presidential diamond and I saw some numbers and I was like, is that even real? Per month? Like you can really make this much money per month? Like by yourself from your house? Like that is very interesting. So then it intrigued me and I decided to learn about it. And I decided to study some stuff and I took the Terra business class on their website. I was still a customer. Nobody have forced me to do it. I just decided to do it by myself. Like you guys in the class right here, I didn't have any of that. I just like got enrolled as a customer and like figured it out by myself. I was like, I just want, when you, I don't know if you guys like, I'm very synchronistic and spiritual. So in the way of like, I had something in my hand, right? If it's there, why is it there? This is why I ask myself, why is it there? Why the God in the universe has given me that opportunity in front of me? Then it means that I need to do something about it. Well, long story short, it's kind of funny. You guys will, I don't know, believe me or not. My son, my first son was born on the date of the Terra birthday, which is like really interesting, which I found out later, okay? Which is April 25. And now my daughter, my youngest one, was born on September 8th, which is the birthday of doTERRA main founder, which is kind of very interesting too, which I found out later as well. It's very interesting. So I'm like very, very into doTERRA and like very into this connection of like, why am I here? So I do have a full right to play in here. I absolutely love it. Long story short, 5 years later, I have a team in 50 plus countries right now and a lot of different leaders in all different sorts of specialties and experiences and all of that backgrounds like massage, body work, spirituality, yoga teachers, functional medicine doctors, chiropractors, moms, photographers, real estate investors. Like I have so many people with such different backgrounds working in this business in my team. And Alyssa is the superstar. She inspired me so much this year. She kind of like, she also denied this opportunity for a very long time because I've been doing it for 5 years. She only been doing it for a year, but she has grown so fast. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like, this is amazing. It proves that it's real, right? Like, this is how it can be. That's why we're all here because Alyssa and I decided to do this class and invite you to this opportunity. So I wanted to find out from you guys if you have a chance to text me here, if you have had any experience in network marketing before at all, or maybe some of your relatives have had it. My mom has, and my mother-in-law has. And so actually, when I came with doTERRA, just text me like yes or no, right, in the chat. Yes. Okay. Candace said yes. Okay. Perfect. So I didn't myself, but my mom had. My mom is a doctor. And so somebody has offered her some like stuff. My mother and father had some products in the house for like different companies that are health related for us and for them, but they didn't like pursue this as a business. I mean, maybe they tried, but I don't, it didn't really go far. I know my mother-in-law has tried Mary Kay. And so when I came to to my husband with the thought that I'm gonna go do this, he's like, "Well, my mom also did Mary Kay." That's what he said. He like judged me, like almost like drilled me with his eyes with this phrase. I was like, "Oh my God, very little." Okay, okay. So even if you did, I would love you to hear me today, like very carefully with information that I present you, because I have had so many thoughts about network marketing before I joined it, and I would say everything was completely flipped around. Everything I heard about it before is not what it is. Okay. So I'm going to show you today what it is based on my personal experience, years that I worked in this, and I would love to introduce you to why I joined doTerra. Okay. When I was working at Procter Gamble, I was working in marketing actually. I worked on so many different brands. My last brand I was working on was Pampers. I actually launched one of their new kind of eco-friendlier version of called Pampers Pure at Target. I worked on Olay, which is a facial moisturizer. I work always on Tampax. I did Gillette with some NFL players and like hockey players and all that kind of stuff, all this kind of marketing. And I did Old Spice, which is I'm gonna talk about you about Old Spice. When I worked in Eastern Europe, which is Russia, Belarus, Kazakhstan, like a lot of different countries, right? Like in there, we measured market penetration, which means how many people out of the whole population are using this category. And in that case, for deodorants in Russia, Ukraine, Belarus, Kazakhstan, in all Eastern Europe, the percent of men using deodorant was only 27%, which explains kind of why it stinks sometimes in Subway, right? But whatever. 27%, okay? 27%. So when we brought this number and sent it to our headquarters in Cincinnati, Ohio, they were like, "Oh my God, you guys, such a big opportunity, such a white space," meaning like the 70%, 73% of men don't use it. Such a white space. We don't need to compete with Axe or other like Nivea or other brands. We just need to like literally launch it in a new customer base, get all those people that don't use it, use it. 73%, they were like so excited. They were like, "What money do you need to launch this? What campaign can we do?" All that kind of stuff, right? Gillette, on the other side, had like 80% penetration, like razors. 80% of men are shaving in Russia, okay? And so then there's only 20% opportunity, so there's more competition work. So then it means like it's a Gillette and Schick and now like Harry's in the United States. Like there's all those different brands. So you need to steal a share, I guess, right, from another competitor to tell that you're better kind of story. It's a different type of marketing that you do, okay? So then when I got essential oils, I was like, "Well, what's essential oil penetration?" And I was like shocked, literally to the fact that my jaw almost dropped to the floor because penetration of essential oils is only 1%. What does this mean? It means that 99% of people don't even know about it. What does this mean for me? It means that it's not going to be that difficult. I mean, it is, it's not easy, but it's not like I have to go and re-explain people. Like selling shampoo, there are other companies that do network marketing. Shampoo companies, like home care product companies and stuff. That's difficult because everybody's cleaning their toilets, everybody's washing their hair. It's difficult, but not everybody's using essential oils. So it means doTerra as a business opportunity, just from penetration standpoint, is easier because I don't have to re-explain people while their shampoo is not good and they need to use my shampoo because they don't even use essential oils. So that's a huge growth potential anywhere in the world, right? It's actually less than 1%. And within this 1%, doTERRA is the leader, which is kind of phenomenal. So then you work with the best company with the highest technology in this amazing market, okay? If you talk to any strategic business builder or any sort of entrepreneur, when you see this white space, everybody say, "Go for it. Go for it. That's amazing." In fact, if you go to strategic business planning people that are in investment field, they really value network marketing. I highly recommend to read a book called Business of 21st Century, written by Robert Kiyosaki. It's the guy who wrote a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. He actually thinks that network marketing is the business of the 21st century. in terms of the business opportunity, just as cool as a real estate investment. So then the other thing, which is very interesting, and you guys probably already see it, and there's like so much happening right now with like people awakening from the fact that we've been fed by all this like pharma lies for so many years. Experts do predict that the essential oil category will double by 2032, right? It's just the beginning because the overall wellness and natural trend is growing. You can see, I mean, I don't even remember 5 years ago, my Facebook feed was so filled with all this health information and all these things that being revealed right now more and more and more that people are like, what's my alternative? And honestly, I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys use? What is your alternative? I honestly don't even know any other company that has so many products in one place that address so many health concerns naturally, clinically proven, right? Ethically sourced and tested for heavy metals, pesticides, herbicides, and like anything, honestly. What is it? Amazon supplements? Which brand? Tell me. Do you have a control of like how they source their supplements? Is it some sort of tinctures? Well, I don't know. Tinctures use alcohol. Alcohol also is destructive for the body. I've seen a lot of people who on Lyme disease using tinctures got worse because there's alcohol in it too. So you have to be like careful with this stuff, but essential oils are different. They actually work phenomenally. And so that's how I started working with oils. And I'm actually a health coach too. So it really paired well for me. And not for this slide, I just wanted to talk to you about what doTerra is today, which is phenomenal. doTerra is 1.7 billion company, almost $2 billion company built on direct sales alone. Like there is no other essential oil company that is bigger. It means that doTerra picked the right business model. Because if they didn't pick the right business model, what would happen, right? What would happen? Then they would still be on shelves of some store and there would be a small, teeny tiny company selling five oils. Because you have to explain benefits through people. That's why they picked this business model. doTerra doesn't spend any marketing dollars on Super Bowl. They don't spend any marketing dollars on TV ads. They don't put any dollars to retailers. Because when I worked at my company before, we spent millions of dollars. Guys, you know how much a TV ad, 30-second TV ad for Super Bowl is? Like $8 million. It's a lot of money. So doTerra actually take this money and then they pay farmers. They pay people. They pay farmers. They pay their corporate employees and they pay us because we are for them advertisers. So there is no media agency. There is no media company. I am their media agency. And so they pay me and they pay the farmer. So it's people to people company. This is how it used to be back in the day when people were selling to people without paying TV. So when people tell me, oh, well, that's why the products are more expensive because they pay you. I was like, no, 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 no. You guys, when you go to the store and you buy your orange juice or when you buy your diapers, do you know how much markups they put in there to fund all those ads on TV? To fund all of these other things that they put not on just TV, but to fund just shelf space at Target. Like, do you know how much? You don't want to know because you might not even come back to buy anything. It's like ridiculous. The margins are phenomenally crazy. I mean, how much does it cost to make a blade for Gillette that costs like $20 at Target? Probably like cents. And then you tell me that you pay, like some people tell, oh, network marketing, doing all these markups. No, 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 no. Network marketing actually pays people to help other people. It's phenomenal. It's like when I realized this thing, I was like, oh my God, I will never work for corporate marketing anymore because they just remove you. They pay you fractions of what you actually deserve. So 1.7 billion company successful because they chose this specific distribution of essential oils, right? It's the method of how we deliver a product to customer because the product is so complex. It requires education, it requires support, caring, and store rep will never care for you enough to give you a whole shebang about how essential oil works at the shelf at Target. We'll never do it. So 17 years on the market. They are since 2008. Okay. Actually opened up right at this whole crisis time in America, which is phenomenal how they survived. 7 owners put their houses down and opened up this company out of the garage. If some people say it's a giant company, it was small. It was so small they almost went bankrupt. They had no food in their houses sometimes, like eating yogurts. They couldn't take their kids to soccer, baseball practices because they had no money. They put their houses down to open up this company. So it's phenomenal story. Privately owned, they have no loans, no debts, which is phenomenal too because they don't depend on anything in the stock market. And so because they don't depend on the stock market, they actually can invest into the quality of the product. They never cut corners. They don't cut corners on us. They don't cut corners on the farmers. They don't cut corners on the technology. So you always get those very high quality oils. So then doTERRA has a lot of employees in the office. They have 45 plus countries where they source their oils. 90% of those countries are developing countries, which also is phenomenal. When I learned this, I was like, oh my God, this mission of the company is so strong. I want to stay in it because it's so strong. Honestly, by us selling and buying those oils here in North America, we empower people in India, we empower people in Africa, we empower people in Latin America, those who don't have money. Those farmers started making 10 times more than they did before when doTERRA joined that supply chain, when they created actually the supply chain. doTERRA pays them up front, and they also pay them in the end of the harvest season. Farmers used to work with middlemen, which means that, like, let's say there's 10 farmers in a little area and they all grow tea tree. The farmers are poor. They in those regions. They don't have tractors, they don't have like strong houses. They might not have enough shed to like store this product. They also don't have cars to deliver this product to the big city to sell for a fair price. So they actually wait for some other people to come to them to buy it from them. Those people are called coyotes, and they're like middleman people that they would take the product and then they would actually benefit from it. So it's a middleman people, right? Those people that kind of like business people. Okay. So they take this product from farmers at a very cheap price. They even lower the price because they say, if you don't sell it to me, it's all going to be bad in this area. It's not like you can take it to the city anyway. So they use this to squeeze them even more. So the farmers forced to sell it. They sell it. They still can't buy their tractor because they didn't sell it enough. They can only buy their food. They can't even send their kids to school for this money. So then those coyotes, they go to the big city. They most of the time mix up some other herb in it or like some other just grass, and they make 3 times more of the oil at the distillery. They put it in the bottles and they go to the market to, like, let's say there's a Mary or like, I don't know, Alyssa, not Alyssa, let's call another name. Like Hannah. There is a Hannah that wants to open up essential oil business from Maryland. Okay. And she's like, I want to make my local oil. I'll put my local sticker with the local label. And so she literally just call in. She's searching on the internet. She's like, where can I get tea tree? So she finds those like local little companies or whatever somewhere out of Africa. And so she thinks that she's like working with farmers or maybe like people that work with farmers. Of course, they say, oh, yeah, we work with local farmers. She doesn't know how they work. First of all, we just learned how they do, but she doesn't know. And she's like, oh, cool. Then I'll buy it from you. So they send her a batch of the soils. She puts it in her bottles. They say, oh, it's all pure. And then she puts her nice sticker label that she printed out of Etsy, put it in the shop, and it's called local business, blah, blah, blah. And then you buy it. There are heavy metals in it, pesticides, herbicides, some other grass you don't know. She never tested it because test costs $500 to test one small batch. She can't do it because she sells the oil for $5. Is that the business? Is this pure essential oil? It's not. So this is what it is. This locals, like the local business is they don't grow it. They just buy it from that distributor that is actually unfair to the farmer. So what doTERRA did, they knew about this coyotes. And so they went directly to the farmer and they said, hey, we don't need this middleman. We don't need the distributors. We're just going to pay you up front half of the money, which was already 4 times, 5 times more than they ever earned for the full harvest. So half of the money, and then they said, when you grow it, we'll pay you the other half. So then a few farmers agreed. Then other farmers saw how beautiful that was. And the next year, like 20, 30, 40, hundreds of them agreed. And so now doTERRA has a direct business model working close to farmers, directly with those farmers in 45 plus countries. So when you buy the oil, you truly empower people. I mean, I have goosebumps when I talk about it. I've been there. I've been to Egypt. I've seen the farmers. I've seen their children. They are not the richest people, but they make enough money right now with doTERRA. Like, I mean, I even have a whole interview with the guy who owns the Egyptian jasmine plant farm. They're literally all crying talking about doTERRA. I've been to Hawaii. Alyssa been to Hawaii. They're crying about doTERRA. They're all like, "Oh my God, what a blessing!" Like, I truly, honestly didn't even believe this kind of stuff can exist in the world after working in corporate. When I was working in corporate, I was partnering with a company called Girls in the Run. You guys heard about this? Girls in the Run America. It's a nonprofit company that empowers girls that don't have enough income or have like kind of struggled families, creating programs for them to run a mile and train them to run that mile. It's a beautiful company in America. Actually works with a lot of schools. So a brand called Always that I was a part of wanted to sponsor it so we can use that logo, put it at Target, put the pictures of the girls and sell more product. Okay. So we donated them an amount of money 1 year so we can use it. The next year, my sales director come in and be like, "Hey, what's your budget that was spent on the girls in the round last year? Can we cut it a bit?" So we cut it in half. We still use their assets, but we cut it in half. Then the next year we cut another half. So it became like a super teeny tiny amount. We still use their assets. So is that empowering? Is it based on love or like caring? It's not. It's using the asset in your favor to sell more stuff. doTERRA will not exist if there is no farmer direct connection. If literally we can't source oils if we don't empower farmers. So that's why the oils cost more because the farmers earn more. So then also doTERRA has three plants. They have a plant in US, Ireland, and now Brazil, which is phenomenal. So they can source all the copaiba right there at the place. There's a tons of like millions life improved on sourcing location. What 1.5 million lives improved in oil sourcing location. That means that in those 45 plus countries, there are farmers that farm the oils. They have families. They have communities that are a part of. And so because doTERRA pay them, their families prosper. So 1.5 million lives, it's those all the families of all the farmers in those 45 plus countries with their kids, right? All of that empowered by what we do. And a tons of customers worldwide, right? That this is kind of logical. It's a global company. They started in America. They quickly started launching in other countries. Like they launched in Taiwan, they launched in Europe, they launched in Japan. You can see there's like a ton of companies, Australia, China, Mexico, Singapore, like Israel, India lately, right? Chile, Kazakhstan was like the last thing. I think they're coming up to Turkey very soon. So every single year they're launching a new country and they're being successful in these countries. Actually, like Germany right now and Japan are like skyrocketing growing, right? Because why? It's so interesting actually for me. I don't know how much you know about German technology, but Germany is always considered as like a very high quality stuff. Think about BMW, right? Like the car. It's like very highly rated. And there's a lot of like technology in there, like, their TVs, their like electronics, like all those companies, right? That they have in Germany are very, very thoroughly designed. Germany values quality. doTERRA is quality. doTERRA is growing in Germany. That's phenomenal, right? For me, that's a testimonial. It's not their local brand is growing. doTERRA is growing because it's a high quality brand. So then, and there's so many essential oil small brands in like France or something, but they're not growing in Germany, right? Like it's that quality. The other thing is Japan. Japanese, so you guys know, never ever let other companies usually grow in Japan. They love their own stuff. They're very into their own technology and things like that. doTERRA is growing in Japan. It's a number one brand in essential oil in Japan. Because again, it's the quality and also mission. Because Japanese really value nature and they value nature connection. In fact, we even have a special blend called Shinrin Yoku, which is Alyssa's favorite. She's like pumping in there. Shinrin Yoku means forest bathing. It was designed from Japan. It's their number one bestseller in Japan, by the way. So then they brought it here to the United States. but it's a Japanese blend that they created there because people love this so much. And this is their number one bestseller on all the lists. So this is the farmers that I was talking to you about, right? Like Kenya, we grow ginger, geranium, eucalyptus, rosemary, oregano, thyme, tea tree. Over 5,000 jobs created, and then of course, on top of it, the impact for all the families that are within those jobs, right? And the communities. Just because we decided to grow oils in these countries, right? The other thing is China has Blue Lotus. This farm created 92 jobs, impacted 285 lives, which is very interesting about this farm. This woman on the picture, there's an interview about her. She used to work in a chicken factory, all enclosed without a windows, all day long, and now she's picking up snails by her hands in the gloves from the lotus so they don't eat it because they don't spray it with anything. It's organic. And so they have to hand pick those snails so they can save the flower. This is her job. This is what she does, right? Like she's walking in nature and doing those things in the morning and go home, right? She's very happy. There's a beautiful interview about it. This is our sourcing map, so you can see how amazing that is, like how many regions we are covering. And there's a lot of, you can see there's a lot of developing countries, right, in it. But we do grow some stuff in the United States. Actually, we do have birch essential oil in Pennsylvania. We grow peppermint in what's the Oregon, and then we also grow like some citrus oils in Florida. We grow Roman chamomile in there, Oregon. We grow a ton, like we actually source some oils from Canada. It's all like the pine oils, like Nootka and some others. So it's very, very cool. Like we have a lot of different things in there. So let's talk about the business, okay? I think it was enough about doTerra, but I just wanted to talk about like why network marketing and how I understood why it's so interesting. If you go and read about different job types, you will realize that there is only five. I never thought about it this way when I was in corporate. They never told me about it in the university. Because at the university, I feel like they're actually prepping you for the corporate. So what's the point of telling you this anyway? Unless you go to like entrepreneurial degree, so then it's like a whole different thing. But anyway, white collar jobs, which is the corporate management job, that's what I did. Blue collar jobs, which is the physical labor job. Think about truck drivers or like hairdressers, things like that. Okay. Investment, which is real estate. It could be like different stock trading, cryptocurrency, like all those different things. When money make money. And then you can own your own business. And even in that one, you can be like a business boss or you can be like blue collar. So you can own your own hairdresser studio, but you are the hairdresser. So that kind of is the other side. And the fifth one is network marketing. So if you literally split all the different jobs, there's going to be this five types and you will put them in those buckets. White collar jobs and the blue collar jobs, you already know, right? There's no time freedom. There is very little security because you can get fired anytime. And obviously, when you lose it, you lose it. It's not like they guarantee your income. I mean, you earn the income that month, but when you quit that company, only when you get fired, there's no income next month. There is no guarantee unless you saved something. But again, that becomes investment. So that's not the white and blue collar jobs because nobody's going to pay you unless you get a package, leave package. But even that still ends at some point. So no job security, right? And then also no time freedom. You're bound to company policies to 4, 3, 2, 6 weeks, maybe vacation, all this kind of stuff. Investment is another story. What's interesting about investment? It's a beautiful thing. I see a lot of people who do network marketing really well and then go to investment because you have something to invest. You need to have funds to invest. Investment is beautiful, okay? But you need to have enough money to be able to become an investor. You need to have enough money to buy a property. You need to have enough money to put into a stock market. Not everybody has it. So then how can you get out of that hamster wheel? Open up your own business. there's one giant issue with it. Requires a lot of money up front to open up your own business. And if you hire employees for your own business, you have to pay them too. So then Alyssa is like nodding right there. That's just something that she was doing. When you pay all the employees and pay all your expenses, you might end up being with nothing. Yeah, you made money as a business, but did you make profit out of this business for yourself? And that could be a story for a lot of people. And sometimes it takes 3, 5 years to get to plus if it's successful. In fact, almost 90% of businesses actually fail, right? So it's difficult in this world, okay? Then also you have to do a lot of things yourself. Like you're launching a product, think about like creating doTerra by yourself, going to all those farmers, doing all those contracts, flying there, then open up a factory, hiring like scientists, like buying all this $1 million equipment to test those soils in-house, hiring people to like organize this all for you. It's like a lot of different people that you would have to like enable and do a lot of operational kind of time operations, right? You need to create a lot of operations in order to even launch your business. Even a restaurant, you have to buy equipment. For a restaurant, you have to hire people. You need to rent a space. I know I know some people that paid $4,000 a month to rent a space to sell rocks, like crystals. And they didn't make enough money to pay that rent. So then their business was always in zero for the last 5 years, and they were struggling because because sometimes people don't think about all those expenses when they open up their business. So this is difficult. In network marketing, what I absolutely love about doTerra, they don't need me to go to the farmers. They don't need me to produce the product. They don't need me to ship the product to customers. So I don't even need to go to the mailbox. I don't need to pack it. I don't need to send a product if the other one is broken. Like, I don't need to do any customer service at all. It's all included. They already do it. All I need to do is to sell and advertise this product and teach classes. My job is to get this product that was already created with all this operational stuff already done to the hands of people. So, like, literally 70% of the work of a small business is done. I can still be the small business, but they've done the operation. So we kind of like split the stuff together. They do the most, and then they hire me or like as a wellness advocate almost. Not even hire. I'm not hired. I'm a independent contractor, right? Like I'm independent. This is my own business. I choose them because it's the business model that works for me and create my own business with it within their like kind of structure, right? So this is beautiful. And I don't say that the network marketing needs to be the only thing you do. Because when I started network marketing, I was still working at Procter Gamble. When I started network marketing, I also wanted to keep doing some investment stuff because I like investment opportunity too. So you can do, even if you are doing right now a thing, maybe you work with people wellness, right? Like you're a health coach, or maybe you have a company that does like tiara, like spiritual retreats, right? Maybe you do massage and body work. Maybe you're a chiropractor. Maybe you're a functional medicine doctor. You don't need to quit this. Keep it. That's great. Integrate doTerra as a part of it. Integrate it as a second opportunity, as a second stream of income. Why? Because there is a tons of information right now after 2020 specifically. There's so much that talks about benefits of having multiple sources of income. It creates financial stability, safety pillows. This is out of Forbes, by the way. Faster growth of other businesses. Because why? Because if you are successful in doTerra and your other business is tanking, you can actually use this money to help the other business not to tank. So you can kind of like play with it, right? Then there's work from home with it. And you can also build your dream life. I know Alyssa's dream life is travel the world with this, right? Because she's been sitting in a computer. She's like, I don't want to do this anymore. I just want to travel the world, launch my different teams all over, and this is my dream. And that's possible, right? So that's all possible. Because doTerra works in so many countries. I have team in like 50 plus countries right now. So I mean, I can travel to a lot of different places. We just launched a team in London just a few months ago. So I have a trip to UK at some point soon. I was like, I'm so excited. Always want to go to Harry Potter Museum and all that stuff. It's fun. So anyway, network marketing. Our profession is community development, okay? And promoting health and wellness. There's actually two words in here, network and marketing. Direct sales and network marketing. Network and marketing. Let's pause it because network is creating community. Marketing is promoting something. So doTerra is creating a community to promote health and wellness. That's all it is. This is why we are here all together. We are the community that joined this Zoom call because you're interested in health and wellness. This is the topic that we are excited about. We are kind of like influencers, you know? We actually are influencers, like true influencers. Because why? Because we are able to change the approach to people's lives, how they handle their health and habits and lifestyles. And we don't need to be on social media for it. I can just talk to my neighbor about it. I can talk to my husband about it. I can talk to my kids about it by promoting those changes in their lives. So basically, to be a doTERRA network marketer, you are an influencer, an inspiration for health and wellness. And for me, that's the mission because when I was working the corporate job, I was like, yeah, I make the income, they pay me. It's an interesting job, but do I really change people's lives by selling more always pads through Girls on the Run campaign? Like, do I like, yeah, I mean, Girls on the Run, yes, we pay the money, but like, I don't feel that bigger of a mission that I actually do change people's lives. Here, I talk to my son. Here, I talk to my neighbor. Here, I talk to a group of people that I never met before about health and wellness. And then I see shifts and changes in their life. So this is beautiful. The other two things I wanted to point out here that there is some stats that 82% of people right now are willing to buy products based on recommendation from a friend or an expert or micro influencer. Do you guys feel this? I mean, I wanted to talk to you in the chat. Like, do you guys think the last products, like a few products that you bought lately, did you buy them because you saw it on the shelf of the store or an advertising on TV, or you bought it because you saw it from your friend using it or on social media, like your favorite influencer using it? Is it number one would be TV and shelves, number two would be friend and influencer. Text me here. Friend recommendation. Okay. Friend recommendation, Tiara said. Two. Candice said two. Exactly. Right? Friend recommendations. Yeah, exactly. I just bought something for my kids for Christmas. I can't tell you, they're like right there listening, but I got it because I saw it somewhere from friends. You know? I didn't see it on TV. Research and friend recommendations. Exactly, exactly. See, all of you said friends. Nobody said TV. We were just watching Lord of the Rings, and there's like TV ads popping up, and Nico's like, "Do you think anybody's buying it?" I was like, "I don't think so," because it's like it's so many times already, like at the point of annoying, you know. So yes, friends. Here we go. You guys are right, and that because that's the stats. It's true. Okay, 48% of the people actually trust the brand after seeing this information from a micro influencer, an expert. So it's not even a friend. If they just see it in a social media, half of them already trust it to the brand, which is phenomenal, right? So our words are powerful. By the way, there's a picture right here. It's my team in Los Angeles. It's not some random people. It's my beautiful girls in LA doing a class. This is how we look. This is what we do. This is how fun it looks, okay? So doTERRA, what's cool about doTERRA, which I absolutely love, it's super low cost of entry into business. You don't need to rent a space. You don't need to pay like electricity. You already owe your house or rent your house. You already pay your electric bills. You already have a cell phone. You already have internet. So you don't need to pay any of that to run doTERRA business. The cost of entry is all it is for you to buy yourself 100 PV, which is 100 to $120 worth of products once a month for yourself. So it's kind of like covering your own health concerns, buying your own supplements, omega-3s, an essential oil that smells like a Japanese forest that you diffuse every day and enjoy it. Because you buy those products, a toothpaste to brush your teeth, a cleaner product that clean your bathtub, like body wash, whatever you want, like a beautiful facial moisturizer based on pure essential oils for anti-aging effect. By buying those products, you can now run a business. That's the only expense by covering your own costs. This is phenomenal. I think this is what also resonates. The only thing though, a lot of people are not willing to put time and effort. So that's also on you. Okay. Because I can give you anything and Alyssa can give you anything too. And Tiara and Katina, like we have a lot of different things and Candice, right? We have a lot of different materials and education to give to you to grow. But would you take it? Would you invest your time and effort? This is something on your end. The other thing, what's cool about doTERRA, they pay weekly and they pay monthly. So you can just see how it works for you and see what you can. If you have some income goal for that specific week, you would just need to know how many people you need to talk to about it. We do enrollment bonuses every next Monday, now Tuesday. They run that and then you get paid that week. And then there's also monthly bonuses that we get every month, which is like a bigger bonus that you get for like hitting specific ranks or volumes and things like that, like when your team grows. This is my team. I am very proud of every single person here. This is not the full team though. It's like the team that popped up in specific events. So very, very cool. We have some guys. I see Dylan here on a phone call with us. My husband is right there too in this photo. There is a few other guys in here in the team, but most of it is women. So you gotta like need to feel comfortable selling to women because essential oils really resonate with women. But actually, what is interesting, the more you grow in doTERRA, from the diamond and up, there are a lot of men join their wives, or there's just a lot of men getting there because men are very consistent in effort, very competitive, very consistent in effort just from the masculine energy. They usually get far if they join doTERRA. Okay, so this is kind of it's interesting. When you go there, and you would see, my husband was like, "Oh, it's just a girly thing," and I took him on a retreat for like Blue and Presidential Diamond. He's like, "Oh, there's a lot of men here." I was like, "Yeah," because when they understand there's financial opportunities, they know how to do it and they go for it. They're very consistent. Men are very consistent in this effort. So my team right now is over 5 years old since 2020. One of the fastest growing teams in doTERRA. If you probably mention my team's name to doTERRA executives or people that work at doTERRA, even founders of doTERRA, they all know my team because we are step changing a lot of things in doTERRA. I'm on their marketing committee right now, talking to their marketing VPs and stuff like that. They really value what I do because I feel like I cracked the nut here. Like I figured it out, an approach, how to make it successful. And we do have support and training for every leader. We have Zoom calls. We would do one-on-ones with you. We'll walk you through step by step of how to do stuff. We have retreats. In fact, we're coming up to a leadership retreat in San Diego in March. We have going to Dominican Republic next month, actually in a month and a half with Alyssa. It was going to be fun. So we have a pretty robust team. We close a lot of beautiful ranks. We earn trips for free, like Mexico, Jamaica, cruise to Caribbean, Turkey, Oregon. I went to Egypt, Hawaii. Like there's so many different opportunities, and most of those trips are actually sourcing trips. So we go to the farms. So like to Egypt, I went to the farm. To Turkey, my team went to the farm of uh, what's that? Oregano. There is a farm in Sicily for grapefruit and like bergamot. So some of my people went there. It's beautiful. Hawaii, we have Hawaiian sandalwood. So we usually go there on a mission, not just like let's go, but there's more in there that we can see. And we also go on like local trips, like Portland and Oregon. We saw Roman chamomile and peppermint. We went to a birch distillery in Pennsylvania. It's like really, really fun. Over 700 wellness advocates, 15,000 clients in 50 plus countries. I mean, it's fun. Like this is what it is. It's not a made up photo, right? Like people really have fun. We participate in like costume parties and stuff. We always win it. So it's like so fun. I like really have a blast with this. This is my life. You can see how excited I am to talk about this. Okay. So I'm going back to the chat here. I see, okay, you guys talking to friends. If you have any questions, just text me. I will go through all the questions here. A lot of people ask me, "Oh, that's awesome. Okay, doTERRA seems like an awesome company, very caring for people, caring for the world, like nature specifically, right? Like a dream company almost, right? And then there's this business opportunity. Okay, that makes sense, Tatiana. Okay, like I get it. but how do I start a business? Where do I find clients? This is like the number one question of everybody. Like, how do I start? Okay. There are so many different Okay, there is so many different approaches, and we are actually almost done, so we only have a few slides left. There's so many different approaches of how to do in network marketing. There is no one size that fits all. I would say this, you are the bridge between doTERRA and the clients and builders. Whatever path you want to pick, it's your path. A lot of people, right, don't know about essential oils. So you can start with the first class with friends and family and see how it works. And we can teach you how to do a class, by the way. You can also do different classes and collaborations and the expert in your community. For example, you can go to community center. That's what we started doing here in Minnesota. We go to community center and we teach them a class because they already have classes on the catalogs that they send out in the neighborhood to everybody about classes in the community. And they want experts to actually teach the classes. So my girls go and teach classes about essential oils, about, microbiome, detox, and things like that in the community center that are hungry for content. Okay. Social media, website, Google Ads, partnerships, there's all of that you can do. You can also partner with businesses that work with wellness. So we do have a lot of massage studios, spas, yoga, sports, all those different things. In fact, Alyssa works with a wellness center, a very profound, very awesome wellness center here in Minnesota, and we do Zyto scans in there, which is phenomenal opportunity. She gets paid for it too, which is like cool. So it's another way. You can also do trade shows. That's something that I love. In fact, we have a trade show in 2 days on Saturday. Shows, vendor events, expos, things like that. You can also do different educational events, networking trips. So I constantly go to like different networking events and like different beautiful big events, even things like Lewis House, Summit of Greatness. I go to like Dr. Joe Dispenza. Like I go to all of those big events and I meet a ton of people on the same vibe. Okay. And this is not even all. I just mentioned like a few things. Where can you start, right? There's so many ways to start. What do we have as a team? We have support. We have support for wellness advocates and we have support for clients. So when you join us, you're not going to be alone. For clients, we do have, right? Like we are developing right now a AI bot with recipes and catalogs. It's going to be very available very soon. We do have that in Russian and German language right now too. Then we have the doTERRA education classes, which are great. We have unique webinars like this, but with more details about oils and other stuff, like super exciting, talking to each other, answering questions, all that stuff. We do have support chats. We have wellness consults. So you gotta, as a client, you will know how to use oils. You want it or not, we will teach you. Okay, you will know how to use oils. As a wellness advocate, we have weekly trainings, exclusive trainings for Premier Plus, which are like higher rank people. We have Telegram channels with basic lessons, starting like how do you start in your first month. We have an active team chats. We have events like leadership retreats, conventions, team events, and we have other unique sales expertise and trainings. This is doTERRA opportunities, possibilities. I just want to show you, like, this is what really like impressed me when I joined doTERRA. I'm gonna drink some water and let you look at this. This is income opportunities. So you can choose a strategy whether you want to pay for your product in the beginning, earning like $300, $800 a month. So it's enough for you to pay for your product. You can go for supplementing your income, earning from $2,000 to $10,000 a month. You can completely replace and multiply your income, going from 10,000 and up. It kind of depends on where you want to go with it. And this is per month, right? So we're talking just your choice of where you want to go. In the very beginning, I just decided to see if I can pay for my product, having fun with it. Then I realized that I can actually replace some of my income with it. And then later on, I was like, I can quit my job. I don't need it. Right? It's how excited you're going to be on the journey. There's no right or wrong. And most of the time, people just join here for like fun to see how it's going to be because they love the product and they want to be able to pay for this product. The doTERRA is a phenomenal product. And we teach you how to earn for the product, right? It's not that difficult, okay? But then you get to decide if it's like something that you want to go and take it to the next level. So I'm not going to go into details of all the different bonuses and things like that. I'll go about it a little bit kind of here on a briefly thing, we have 5 different ways of how to earn money in doTERRA. So you can resell the product like at the 25% difference. Most of that retail stores like massage therapists and things like that, chiropractor offices, they do this. So they buy a product at a wholesale price and then they just put it at retail. It's not the main income opportunity, by the way. I never done it and I don't do it. But there is this other bonuses that you earn equally fast start for enrolling your people. There is power of three bonus when you build your structure and like help your people to earn. When you help them to earn, you make money too. And then there is a uni level. So when you create a big database of customers underneath of you, and all of them, no matter which country they're in, when they buy, you earn commission from the total structure as well. And then doTERRA also pays you for leadership. When you have a bigger team and you start launching people and you get those people to success, doTERRA say, yeah, okay, that's great. You got those people to success. We're gonna honor you with this rank because you got them to success, and we will pay you leadership bonus because you're a great leader. So that's another thing. And again, you can choose just to start with a fast start product product opportunity for yourself. But then if you feel like it's bigger than that for you, we will show you the path how to get it to the next level of supplementing income. So that's basically it in terms of the opportunity, money opportunity, as well as the company as well. I think we just got right in an hour, which is perfect. If you do have any questions, Alyssa, you have any comments, let me know. I'm here to answer all of the questions, but this is all I wanted to share with you today in terms of the doTERRA business opportunity.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. So appreciate how really shared the heart of doTERRA and that this is not just about making money. It is about service, and it's really about showing up, bringing health and wellness into the home of our community and supporting these farmers all around the world that are bringing this medicine into our hands. And I'm just so grateful for this opportunity to be able to serve in this way and to also gather other people, other women and men and beings that are passionate about this type of service and really showing up in a way where we can heal using nature, using the plants, and really coming back to our roots, right? So thank you, Tatiana, for sharing the beautiful story of the evolution of this opportunity. And I'm curious, Tatiana, would you, after hearing this, I would love to hear from the guests that are here, or should we open it up for questions? And what action would you have our guests take next, having heard this opportunity? And do we have any questions that anyone has?
Yeah, totally. No, thank you. I mean, truly is honestly, there are so many ways how to make money in the world. I just felt like I want to make money in the most ethical and helpful way that changes people's lives. And so doTERRA is so awesome. Like I would love to open up a company like doTERRA, right? But it's such a hard effort, and I don't think that I can do it by myself. And so then I have those skills of talking to people. I'm a very communicative person. I love people, and that's what my strength is. My strength is not working with farmers to secure a contract and help them to grow a plant. That's others people's strength, and they did it. My strength is talking to people to empower them for health. I'm great in inspiration. I can like help people to make clean choices in their health and shift their mindset to become better. And it's so needed right now. There's so many sick people. And I'm really like always thinking like, how can we change it? We just change it person by person. That's how we change it. We change it in our community, in the neighborhood. And so then now I get paid for it. That's it. Let's go. Like I said, let's go with doTERRA. I don't want to do anything else. I don't want to sit in the corporate office and do some other stuff that is not impactful. Like I don't feel myself as a dragon changing something. Like I just feel like a little corporate rat, right? Employee that is just clicking computer buttons. I just want to make a difference, and doTERRA allows me to do this. So then I'm all in. Like my roots in doTERRA are so strong. And so what next steps? I would love to hear from you guys. Like how is this resonating for you? Is there something you're curious about? Did it move your heart today? If you're curious about it, honestly, there is no risk for you at all. All you're risking is you're gonna fall in love with the product so much that you're gonna keep using it. Okay, there is no risks for you. Like you're not putting money to buy a ton of product for your garage. You're just enrolling into doTERRA as a customer and trying the products. When you love it as a customer, you change your rank from like customer to wellness advocate, and then you can start sharing the product and creating links for other people. But again, like you don't even have to do this. You can just test out the product. I've been testing the product for the first 5 months. I enrolled and I didn't do anything about the business. I wanted to prove myself the product's working. Kitino here on a Zoom call, she'd been testing a product for a year and a half with me before she joined Business Opportunity, Like, and now she's like thriving in it. It's just that there's no, there is nothing wrong for you to even go and give yourself an opportunity to try it. There is no risk, there is no huge investment at all. The only investment is to buy products that you want to work for yourself to address your health concerns. And so I say now our next step is to see if it resonates for you. You guys want to try it? Just get yourself a customer account at doTERRA. Find the products that you want to buy that you will use to prove yourself it's working for things that you need the help with. And Alyssa and the other girls who invited you here will make sure that you get the right products because we already know we have so many products, right? We're not here just to sell you giant packages. We're here to find you what you want to prove yourself it's working, then you're going to be inspired to go share about it. Definitely want to try. Maya. Okay. Yay. Nice.
Yeah,
I'm
thank you
excited.
so much. Yeah, I heard about this product as I told Alyssa and Tiara, and I really love it. I really love it, and I know it's high quality. It's just this particular moment in my life, I have to put as few things on me in addition to what I already have on my plate. So this is why I'm not, just jumping into
Yeah, and that's totally fine.
it.
And you don't
Yeah,
need
yeah,
to. Just prove
yeah,
yourself the product is working, enjoy it. I mean,
yeah,
it's the seasons of life and like different moments and when the right moment will come and click it, right? Like this is what happened to me.
absolutely.
It
Yeah,
took me 6 months before I decided to share it.
yeah, yeah,
First, I actually
yeah,
didn't even believe in it. You know why? Because my mom was a doctor. So I was like, essential oil put in my body gonna do something to me? Yeah, I don't think so. Alyssa told me about essential oils a while ago, and I didn't believe it. But I started believing in it when I put it myself on myself, not when somebody told me it's working, when I told myself it's working because I tried it, right?
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, I have a friend in Slovenia actually who was working with doTERRA as a, you know,
Wellness
like
advocate.
it's
Huh?
yeah, wellness advocate. I don't even know actually what, but I definitely trust her. So yeah. But trying this on your own, I think it's really important. Also, I think it's important to try it on your own skin because I think people react differently to different things, and we all have different kind of sensitivities and
Totally.
sensibilities. And some people might respond to something immediately, like I did.
Mhm, mhm.
But there are people who, need a little bit more time also. But
Well,
yeah,
also
thank
sometimes
you.
help, I have seen some people that don't respond to oils as supplements. It's when they
Yeah,
have a liver that is overloaded. So then you might need to like detox and get the bile moving and all this kind of stuff. And then enzymes, digestive enzymes. When you start using digestive enzymes, the vitamins and supplements and essential oils start working for people. It's
yeah,
amazing. Like I've been seeing a lot of things with the gut health. When the gut health is improved, you start responding to natural medicine.
yeah, yeah. But I just wanted to say thank you, and I'm gonna leave at this point. But I really appreciate your time and effort, and this extensive presentation.
Awesome. Well,
Great
I'm
thing.
glad I'm glad that it landed well with you. That's great.
Yeah,
Well,
thank
have a
you.
wonderful night. Thank you so much for
Yeah,
everything.
thank you. I just want to also thank Alyssa and Tiara because they are just fabulous.
They
And
totally are.
yes, thank you.
They set it all up for everybody. This is great.
Yeah.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank
All
you
right,
so
let's
much,
hang
Maya.
out.
And we'll reach back out and
Yeah,
supported to just get a few things to get started and start supporting your body right now. I know
Yeah,
you're going through a lot of things, but I know
yeah.
how powerful the supplements and the oils can be just to support your energy as you're
Hmm,
going,
hmm.
navigating all the things you get to navigate right now. And I would just love for you to get to have that support for your body.
Yeah, me too, actually. Me too. So we'll stay in touch. I mean,
Sure.
Perfect.
definitely. Love you
Sounds
all.
great. Yeah. Have a great
Ciao.
night. Hmm.
Bye.
Bye. Awesome.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
And cool. And then I was just thinking while we were on, if maybe the new leaders want to share a little bit about their experience or how we're feeling. We have a few more minutes that we could share and just talk about the activation that you've had. So Tiara, if you would like to share, I'd love for you to share. And Katino, we'll bring forward our team.
Hey, thank you
Um,
so much. Yeah, I'm so happy and grateful for uh, you know, Alyssa, the team leader, who's like just so amazing and incredible and inspiring and helpful all the time, all hours of the day and night. And Tatiana, it's so great. Thank you so much for all that you do and have been doing to support her and me and us building the team here. It feels really good. I started a business in 2013 that is still, successful, but it's just me, and so this has been such an amazing experience to really have a team and, getting the opportunity to go to convention and, meeting all of the amazing people, like, and really seeing like the whole team. Like, I mean, I met people in other countries that were like, let me share this with you. It's like if there's something to be shared, like everybody here wants to share it, and it's
Yeah.
so great to really have that collaboration. And it's like, oh, that's a great idea. Like, let's build on that. And like, it's just been so amazing to feel that here. And I mean, I just love the product so much. So it's really easy to share. And then I feel like every other person is getting cancer or some crazy disease. And it's like, there's stuff to support. Now I feel so
Yeah.
much more empowered to be able to help others, when they're saying, they're having this difficulty with their health.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I love that so much. Thank you so much, Tiara. And just, it's so beautiful to get to work with you and see you grow and support and bring in these amazing new leaders. I also get to support this mission that are already on the mission. I mean, I feel like so many of us and the people that we magnetize and attract are on this mission of healing and supporting. And so it's just so beautiful to be able to do it together as a team.
Yay.
Yay. And Katina, come on. I'm gonna add a spotlight for you, darling.
I just want to say, wow, Tatiana, you once again just blew me away. This presentation is just, how I am, I would say maybe obsessed, And I have been using the product for 2.5 years, and I have never made a better decision for my life than stepping into the business. The amount of just incredible support, but it's not about support. It really, like you said, I tried it on me and then it worked, and then I just got obsessed with it, and it just keeps this. I'm a health and wellness coach, and I've been in this industry for 5 years, and yeah, this is something not like hold back. I would always talk about health and wellness, and now having doTerra as a tool, it's just, I feel like I'm growing like on steroids with doTerra. It really is an amazing product, an amazing company, and the support that we get and the leaders that we get. Like how 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 common it is to have a leader like Tatiana, like, right? To have a leader like Alyssa, to have those people behind you that are supporting you, that are believing in you, that are magnifying you every win, which is incredible. I also worked for a corporate for a long time, and this does not happen. Actually, the opposite happens. See, like, you always have the things that you didn't do right. You could have done better, right? That's what evaluations are about most of the times. And here in doTerra, you really zoom focused on what we do right. And thanks to those leaders, we are growing fast. And the financial opportunity, honestly, I did not expect it to be the way it is. It's so my second month, right? It's December is my third month. First month I closed Elite. Second month I closed Premier. I don't know exactly how much money I have made in my second month, but I'm very excited about the pay that's coming in so far, and I did not even expect that. It's, again, as you say, you open your own business and you just kind of make it work first, and you have expenses and this and that. And for me, it's like I'm making money. That is awesome. Not just I'm making pretty good money. Like, I think I'm gonna be coming up on 2,000. I don't know for November. I'm just like assuming, but I think it's gonna be close to it per my calculations. With Alyssa, thank you for your help, by the way, with all this. But honestly, I did not know anything about network marketing, and maybe like all other people, I just didn't think, like, you hear stories, whatever. I don't even care. For me, it was just the product, and also watching Tatiana. I was so grateful I have met you, and I've seen what a genuine person you are, and you didn't even actually offer me the opportunity at that time when I met you. But I was watching you and I was like, okay, this just seems amazing. When I realized the oils are working the way they are, when I replaced all of the medicine is out of my house, out of my kids' cabinets. We don't have that, okay? And that alone, I'm like, boom. And you know what? First year, I love to share this. My child plays football, okay? So the school year starts, he trains for 4 hours a day. Then they have games every weekend. He also in band, late nights. At least 2 days in 2 weeks he would miss football because he would get so exhausted he had to stay home. This year, for the first time, he didn't miss anything. He didn't miss, yeah, and we did the Symphony of Cells. He's doing doTerra supplements. And again, I'm a health coach. I was always feeding him right, giving him the supplements, looking out for him just like a mother would, especially a mother who knows how health works. But doTerra made such a difference. And the same with my girls. Like, they did not miss a day. They maybe had a sore throat for a little bit, and I just rubbed those oils on them. I diffused the On Guard. The girls didn't miss a day of school, and they all have such better energy in the mornings. Like, they're not dreading their day. And I'm also convinced those are the oils that I diffuse in there, and all the supplements that they're taking. So I just can't tell you enough. I just can't wait for what's to come. It's been the best 2 months of my life, and thank you so much for this.
Oh my gosh. I love that so much, Katina. Thank you so much. Yes, yes, yes.
Well, that was that's what inspires me to keep going, when like you just keep sharing it with people. Yes, like we got to build the team. Right now it's like, how can I help others do the same? And when you work in corporate, you don't really help anybody. You just get on the employees to like help to do a project together, but you don't impact their salary. You don't impact anything for them, honestly. Here, you can like
Mhm.
literally step change so many things for people. And so what I do love to share the product, but I love to share business. I love to help leaders to launch. It makes my heart like beat. That's why I keep working every day. That's why I show up here at 8 p.m. on a Zoom call to strangers to talk about their business, right? I've never met people here, but I want to connect with them because I just know that where else are they going to hear this? Who else is going to talk to them about it? They went to the university, right? We all went to the university. We all meet some people, watch TV shows. We listen to some podcasts. We listen to some radio. But where would you hear this? What I have shared to you today? I wish I've heard it 10 years ago. I mean, that would
Mhm.
be sweet.
Mhm.
If I would come to the turn 2008, that would be sweet, right? But I'm glad that I heard it in 2020, and I'm glad that you guys heard it in 2025 because this is still a very young company. So there's a lot of opportunity for absolutely everybody.
Thank you.
Yay,
Yeah.
thank you for your testimonial. It's so great. Awesome.
Amazing. Awesome.
Awesome, awesome.
Joy, I know you are listening in, and Dylan, you're listening in. Do you all have any questions or any comments you want to share?
I can share.
Yeah.
I think I my other business is raw butter and raw milk on pasteurized, goat and cow dairy, which is kind of in the same line as far as like it's the best, most healthy, like old school, made by the earth, by the animals and the planet type of product. And I think I really love the idea of doTERRA because for me, what's really important is the ethics and natural taking care of the environment and making sure it is truly, truly, genuinely the best. I what I've learned is, and I think Irwan has taught us all this, is that people are very, very happy to pay the price point if the quality is in fact there. And I've learned that in selling butter that is $35 a pound. It is the most expensive butter, but it is truly the best butter. So being able to like jump in on this where they actually do seem to care very, very deeply about the health and well-being of their farmers and their distributors and the entire ecosystem and chain. In a lot of businesses, it's not like that. So I think what's attracting me here is the ethics of everything. I think that's really, really good. And what always comes with ethics and high quality is a high price. And I haven't found any sort of shortcut to that yet in any business. If you want the best of anything and you want it to be made ethically, it's going to cost a bit more. And usually, um, and usually when it comes to you know construction, health and well-being, and then relationships, cheaper is not always better. You know, like there is some validity in going the extra mile and having a little bit more effort and a little bit more extra cost when the actual products have such a actual genuine difference in quality and there's like actually the follow through. I also don't like, I mean, gosh, we're kind of at an advantage here because so much of our competition is using literal chemicals, and I mean that as literally as possible. Like I've kind of stopped using department store cologne. I've been using Shinrin Yoku and Rose and other stuff because it doesn't mess with your hormones and it doesn't
Mhm.
disrupt everything. And the stats you were sharing before about all those stinky men in Europe, where only like 20-25% of them were even using cologne. I didn't know that. That's really, really funny. But um, I think there's a lot of appeal. Firstly, not everyone wants to smell the exact same way as the same department store cologne, so people appreciate the differences. But also, having stuff that isn't like actually messing with your hormones and everything like that, that's really nice. It smells fantastic, and I feel a difference. And I can only speak from personal experience. Like I like the electrolytes, I like the green stuff, I like the oils. So there, I don't know. I think there's a lot of potential here, and what makes me feel really good, and why I kind of picked having my own business, and then in the past jobs that were, more independent contractors rather than employees, is the freedom to do other stuff at the same time. And I really like that this is an international company that we can travel to Europe, we can go to South America, we can go wherever we want. And as long as the internet is working, we should be able to build the business and continue on from there. And that's a really, really cool opportunity in and of itself that doesn't apply to a lot of jobs. Like with me and my dairy, I'm stuck to a very specific area of California where we can deliver to. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. But something like this, like I can. I'm also going to England on Tuesday, so that's why I'm up and doing
UK.
stuff. I'm in packing mode. But the fact that I can go to England for 3 or 4 weeks and potentially make some sales and make some money and actually do something that is totally viable there, that's really cool. That wasn't an option. That literally was not an option for me a few months ago. So the idea of having something that is so free flowing that I can mix in with everything else, and it's international too, and it truly is like the best product as far as I can tell, and as far as we can tell, like it's the best, and
I
that's why it's
literally
expensive.
launched my UK builder, so you guys know, online, right?
Without
Like
even
my
being in
London
person.
person, she's all online. And
Oh,
then
Mhm.
okay.
I have a I have a girl who is a diamond at doTERRA in Russia that I haven't met in 3 years after I launched her. I actually met her finally 2 years ago. But we were working 3 years without no, like we never met in life. We just met online. And she became my doTERRA diamond with a giant team in Eastern Europe, and some
Wow.
she got a big German team too. So I only met her after she already closed her diamond. Like you said, if the internet is working, that's it. So it's kind of interesting, right? And the girl found me randomly through social media herself. So to treat her asthma, that's what she bought the oils for.
And every day I'm learning more and more about the physical ailments that these oils actually treat. Because I was going in there being like, oh, it's perfume, it's like health supplements. And then Tiara's like, no, 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 but it also fixes your cortisol levels and all this sort of stuff. And there's so many more things that you don't even know it's healing that it actually is healing. So, and then hearing stuff like that, I'm like, oh, wow, like it really,
Alyssa, looks like we need a book for Dylan so he can learn more stuff.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. Well, it just goes to show that God and nature makes better medicine than humans, and it always has.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. What a
Yeah.
powerful testimonial. Thank you so much for giving that comparison with your own business of sourcing the raw, pure, cool, good quality ingredients from the farmer, right? That's what it is.
Hmm.
And I mean, and doTERRA, and the other ethical thing that comes up a lot with people, they ask like, "Oh, but we're using so much plant. Like, does that actually like?" That's what Alyssa's question was in the beginning. It's like, if we use so much plant, would that like maybe remove the plant from Earth or whatever? And then she went to Hawaii, and she
Mhm.
learned that to source Hawaiian sandalwood, doTERRA doesn't even use the trees that are growing. They're using the trees that fell,
Oh,
and
awesome.
they only need 200 of them, but doTERRA is reforestating Hawaiian Island that actually didn't even have Hawaiian sandalwood in big amounts. We literally almost, it's like 670,000 trees we planted since 2018 and created a brand new forest that was literally cut by Chinese who will take in the forest to produce furniture. There
Wow.
was no Hawaiian sandalwood in Hawaii. doTerra literally bought the land and replanted it, and they don't even use the plants from the earth. They use the fallen trees because there's so much wind, and all they need is 200 trees. So like that's crazy. That's Hawaiians love doTerra because
Yeah.
Hawaiians don't like the companies that take advantage of the islands because they have been taken advantage on those islands for so much and so many years by other people. So then Hawaiians are very protective of their own islands, okay? They love doTERRA because doTERRA cares for them. They even created a blend called Malama, which means
Hmm.
care for nature, which has Hawaiian
Beautiful.
sandalwood in it. So we have that blend once a year for sale. Make sure to buy it. It's phenomenal. But Malama is a Hawaiian language for means caring for nature. And in fact, they didn't even call Hawaiian sandalwood. They used to call that oil Hawaiian sandalwood, I think, for just a few months, and they renamed it to call it Iliahi, which means Hawaiian sandalwood in Hawaiian, because they really wanted to make sure that we're still very natural and very native to the Hawaiian land. So it's phenomenal. Like, I mean, Alyssa been there. I don't know. I mean,
So
can you
amazing.
testify? Did that
Yeah.
happen?
Yeah.
Did you plant
Yeah.
some
So
trees yourself? Is
yeah,
that
I
what it
did.
is?
I
Yeah.
did. It
Well,
was so incredible. So incredible. Hmm.
that
Yeah.
is really cool. And if there is a really large focus on sustainability, this actually kind of ties into farming. If you farm um, in an ethical way, it's actually great for the environment. It's great for nature. What's
Exactly.
what's bad is the factory farming, is the monocropping, is the pesticides and the
Exactly.
chemicals and no biodiversity. And it's not in doTERRA's best interest to destroy the source of their
Yeah. Yeah.
distribution. That doesn't make any sense. So
Right.
like
I went to Egypt. You know what was really surprising for me? It's a biodynamic farm. You know biodynamic,
Oh
right?
yeah. Oh
They
yep.
yeah.
don't they don't have tractors. They deliver the
Oh,
jasmine to the distillery by a little horse, okay?
cool.
On this beautiful little thing that is attached to it, and then they hand pick every single flower.
Amazing.
That's
So then
awesome.
if you want to buy jasmine for $5 at TJ Maxx, that's not jasmine. It can't happen,
It's not real.
right?
It's not real jasmine, right? It's
It
not
can't.
real.
They need 2 tons of flowers to make, I think, 250 ml
Wow.
oil. It's
Wow.
like a size of an elephant makes 250 ml of oil. So then jasmine is not a cheap oil
Hmm.
because it can't be
Right.
made cheaply. Plus, they use all this biodynamic farming. Like, it's like phenomenal.
It's amazing.
I mean, in Pennsylvania that I went to, they they actually source the birch from the trees that invading the natural flora and fauna. So the government used to cut those trees and throw them away through like they literally like what did they do? Like they use chemicals to degrade the trees in nature,
Mm.
which was like harmful. So then doTERRA learned about it and they said, "How about we build a distillery and we just take those trees from you and we distill them, and then we use it for essential oil, so you don't use chemicals." So then doTERRA started cutting those invading trees from the area. They use it for the oil, and then they use the leftover mulch. They give it away in the community for free.
That's great.
Nice.
And then everybody's using like the whole Pennsylvania state are using like doTERRA mulch basically for their front yards and stuff for garden. They
Amazing.
have a partnership with the gardening companies. They just take it and then I guess they sell it or whatever they do. So
That's amazing.
that's
Man, that's
this
awesome.
actually this is the only project I think in America almost like out of the bigger kind of companies that are working with naturopathic solutions that got a special seal, which means the fully eco-friendly process.
Hmm,
So
that's
Yeah.
it's
great.
amazing. So that's I
Mhm.
first I almost didn't believe that the companies like that can exist, but it does. It's doTERRA.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much. It's been great. My kids are waiting for me to watch a movie. They're like here by the door. Alyssa knows them. They're very persistent. We're watching Lord of the Rings. It's our last movie. We're watching the guys walk the volcano for the last 9 hours. So
Wow.
we're gonna keep watching it. This is Richard's summary about the movie. He said, "You guys are about to watch 9 hours of people walking to a volcano, but we will enjoy it." But anyway, thank you so much, Alyssa, for hosting. I'm gonna leave the meeting, but I really appreciate it. And if you have the recording, can you please send that to me too?
Of course, of course. Thank you so
Awesome.
much, Tatiana. We so appreciate you being here and sharing.
We're gonna take
Thank
a
you, thank you,
picture.
thank you. And thank you, everyone. Oh yeah, let's do a can
Little
I do
photo.
it? Yeah, let's do gallery. There we
Gallery. If
go.
anybody can come to the video. Yeah, you can come to the picture. Yeah, Richie. Awesome. Perfect. Sweet. Awesome.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And thank you everyone for showing up, for sharing,
Perfect.
for getting our
So we're gonna
friends and
close.
fam here.